The mass production of plastic began in 1950, and we have accumulated approximately 8.3 billion tons of plastic waste. However, plastic is non-biodegradable and is being mass-produced, hence resulting in global environmental and social issues. Approximately 79% of plastic waste ends up in the landfill, and approximately 12% is burned. Only approximately 9% of this waste is recycled. Therefore, the majority of plastic waste is left to become garbage. However, a majority of the plastic waste shouldn't be burned or be dumped at landfills. Do you know that this waste can actually be recycled into renewable energy? Companies and organizations in other countries are coming up with resolutions on how to handle plastic waste and have been organizing multilateral efforts in order to develop renewable energy. Regardless of these efforts, we can observe various weaknesses in the technology we have developed so far. Firstly, before this waste can be processed in the factory, we need skilled manual workers to distinguish the different plastic waste. Since the cost of manual labor for this job is high from an economic point of view, this system is not cost-effective. Secondly, most factories operate at a high temperature of more than 400 degrees Celsius, which produces toxic materials such as dioxin, which have detrimental effects on the human body. Thirdly, the byproducts from plastic waste include low-grade unrefined fuel oil, as well as a wax coating, which could harden even at room temperature. The cost of managing byproducts from the production of plastic and other technological issues has caused many companies to fail in industrializing this field. Not just South Korea, but the whole world needs to urgently address the issue on plastic waste. We need to handle plastic waste in an eco-friendly way, and developing ways to recycle plastic waste into renewable energy. The company which makes the future environment and energy its main goal, City Oilfield Corporation. City Oilfield is the only company which uses ceramic catalyst technology to process plastic wastes in an eco-friendly manner. We're developing into a first-class global company. The research on this technology began in 1980. Through continuous research and development, we created our own RGO process technology. By using our experience of ceramic catalyst technology, we no longer require manpower to handle plastic waste. Also, these materials will be processed at a lower temperature of under 270 degrees. Hence, we handle plastic waste in an eco-friendly way without producing toxic byproducts. Also, the fuel oil, which is a byproduct from recycling plastic waste, has passed with flying colors after being tested by various government institutions with strict requirements. The first step in the process of handling plastic waste is when the raw materials, which come in packages, can be processed right away without being sorted according to their different components, are transported into the first machine. The process in the first machine will take approximately 12 hours. The maximum temperature is set at 170 degrees Celsius. Also, the heating line is set to operate at 270 degrees Celsius. Let's look at the ceramic technology, which is the basis of the first machine. The principle is to transfer the waste into the ceramic catalyst process at low heat. The system produces a specific wavelength, which will then cause resonance. This will then break down the molecular structure of the plastic waste, decomposing these materials. After decomposition using the ceramic catalyst technology, the material is in the form of water vapor, and this water vapor will be stored in the first stage fuel oil tank. Next, materials in the first tank will be transported to the second machine for a multi-phase refinement process using the ceramic catalyst. The process continues with the extraction of the recycled fuel oil through a boiling process, because the liquefying process has a different boiling point than the fuel. The final step to this process is to get rid of materials harmful to the body. Through a high cracking process, we will create a high-quality regenerated fuel as demanded by consumers. This industrial regenerated fuel will be useful in our lives in various ways. On top of that, City Oilfield's RGO processing facility will be easily built once a suitable site has been located. All of the byproducts from the RGO process will be made into solid fuel using a gravity separation process. This could be used as an additional source of energy. Let's take a look at the RGO production system's characteristics. Firstly, plastic waste can be transported without these materials being sorted beforehand. We do not require additional costs to process the raw materials. Secondly, we're utilizing ceramic catalyst technology, in which plastic waste will be treated at a temperature which does not exceed 270 degrees Celsius. Therefore, we've eliminated the source of toxic material production, which is harmful to the human body. Thirdly, the processing facilities do not have chimneys, so dust, bad stench, and contaminants will not be spread to the environment. Fourth, each treatment process utilizes a separate ceramic catalyst most suited for its purpose, which allows us to transform plastic waste into renewable energy. On top of that, the byproducts from this process are then processed separately and made into a solid fuel, which could produce a high amount of heat. City Oilfield's outstanding technology will be the solution towards solving plastic waste disposal and the exhaustion of non-renewable energy resources. We can no longer turn a blind eye on this serious issue regarding excessive plastic waste, which poses a threat to the environment and exhausts our non-renewable energy resources. The most precious inheritance we can leave for the next generation is a future where the environment and energy exist together in harmony. City Oilfield will be here with you to make it a reality.